Hey folks, Millennium Edition 56 here with you once again with probably the first review of 2016, at least from me. Now I've had these headphones for about a month, so it's time to put them on the review bench. This is the Philips Hi-Fi Stereo Headphones SHP2600 Noise Isolation Headphones. Inside the box, the headphones are all you get. Of course, they're in plastic wrapping, so that tells you something about the quality. Which is my next point. This cable is very thick. It's really thick. Like, compare it to a cheap looking, compare it to like an HP keyboard, and it's about that size. So it has, here, let's read the specs. So I'll just go through the specs and you guys can read it. And it has a 6-foot cord. And then on the side, we just have a right view. Same thing in Spanish and French. And there's the obligatory Philips logo. So, what are my advocate on these headphones? Well, first off, they are very, very comfy. I mean, when wearing glasses, they're not comfy at all. In fact, I recommend before you use these headphones, you take your glasses off, because if you don't, you're just going to want to return them back to the store. The foam padding on top, it's respectable. I mean, it's not as comfy as, say, a pair of Vivitar DJ mixers, but it's certainly pretty good. Of course, this thing suffers from a design flaw, unfortunately. Now, thankfully, it has not happened to mine, but screws, which can easily be stripped, hold the band from this part. I don't know if you can see that crack there. Come on, camera, focus. Focus. Screw it. But, well, no wonder. Alright, now let's try focus. Focus. Probably can't see it, but there's 2 little cracks. So it suffers from the design flaw, but it hasn't happened to mine, at least not yet. The drivers are over the ear, which is awesome because, you know, we all know that in comparison to over the ear, on the ear aren't that good. Well, they have better punch and bass, but these, of course, I'll tell you guys sound quality in a minute. But 32mm drivers, they aren't really that flexible. And then the cord, this is a really good move for Philips. The cords are different colors, so like you memorize that the left one is black and the right one is red. At least on my model. The foam padding on the ear cups themselves, they're not as good as my JVCs, but they're not as bad as my old, well, they're about the quality of my old Century headphones, aka the headphones with no bass. And then we have these cups that only tilt a little bit, fit your head styling, and I'll show you me wearing them. So here, of course I don't have it on a tripod right now because I'm too lazy. So it would be like this: black cord, red cord, and I can barely hear myself. So the noise isolation starts right when you turn it on. You can't really hear yourself with these. I mean, you can hear a little noise, but it's not really enough to matter all that much. you can just turn up the volume. But yeah, it's got a nice big expressive Philips logo. Now I was told by a couple people that these headphones are cheap and generic. Well, they're the complete opposite. So the sound quality. Sure, it doesn't have that punch and bass like the JVC ones do. I have the box for the JVC ones still, interestingly enough. They don't have that punch and bass that the JVCs do. But they have some pretty respectable sound quality. I mean, you can hear the lows, the mids, and the highs. And the bass doesn't completely get rid of them. In fact, the sound, I would be willing to say, is balanced between the three. And these drivers are pretty big too, and they're about the size of my COS ones, which I will review, but they're junk nowadays. I think that's really all I have to say about these headphones. They're pretty good for the $30 I got them for, and would I recommend them? Well, it depends really. Now, I got this comment on my JVC HASR185 headphone video. Would I like this? Now, I don't know you as a person. If you're commenting on this video, I likely do not know you as a person. Or, like, I don't know you personally. So, I'm going to say this. If you do not care that it does not have that punch and bass that the JVC ones do, like, it doesn't have, like, bass so hard it rocks your whole ears, then don't buy these. However, if you like balanced sound and you like the color coding and you do not care that these are over the ears and you do not care about the padding being so-so, but they're still comfortable, and if you don't want a cord that'll just rip out like say COS headphones, there you go. There's your advocate. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment if you have one. Goodbye.